affecting their economies. These increases lead to higher transportation costs, impacting goods distribution and causing rising inflation. The price of diesel increased from 15.50 to 17.50 Egyptian pounds per litre, while 92-octane petrol increased to 19.25 pounds and 95-octane petrol to 21 pounds per litre. The government attributed the move to global energy market swings and the need to decrease subsidy expenditures, but the impact was immediate. Transport companies have increased rate, delivery costs have risen, and inflation, which was already high, is anticipated to rise more. The situation in Nigeria, Africa's largest oil producer, is no less tense, despite claims from Africa's largest refinery that it has over 310 million litres of petrol in store. Pump prices have climbed substantially in recent weeks, approaching 1,000 naira per litre in several states. While Nigeria and Egypt face specific problems, the experiences mirror a larger continental trend: Africa's vulnerability to global energy volatility and hikes from supposedly inconsequential market trends. With that said, on the screen are the African countries with the highest fuel prices in October 2025. Top on the list is Malawi with $2.015 per litre, and the rank is 12. Second is Central African Republic with $1.849 per litre. Third is Senegal with $1.746 per litre, and the round is 31st, followed by Zimbabwe with $1.550 and the rank 48th on the global on the rank. 5th is Burkina Faso with $1.499. 6th is Cameroon. 7th is Ivory Coast with $1.464 and the rank 53rd on the rank 54, on the list. 8 is Seychelles with $1.454 and the rank 56. 9th is Uganda with $1.429 per litre, and the rank is 60th. And the last is Kenya with $1.417 per litre, and the rank as 61st. For the first time this year since the year began, the Central African Republic is not first on the list compared to last month's prices, when the global average price of fuel was at $1.31 per litre. This month, fuel prices for CAR, Senegal, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, the Ivory Coast and Uganda all saw a reduction. Malawi stood as the only country with a fuel price increase for the month, given the current global average of $1.29 per litre. Fuel prices for Zimbabwe and Kenya remained the same, with Seychelles ousted Morocco for the month. Dangote Refinery has announced the availability of over 310 million litres of petrol for both local and international markets. Marketers were invited to load fuel with assurances against misinformation regarding supply cessation. Devakuma Edwin, the vice president of the Dangote Group, made the announcement while giving a tour of the refinery. He said the market is free to bring any trucks to the gantry for loading because the refinery has enough gasoline for both the local and export market, noting that fuel prices in filling stations may have gone up due to the misinformation that the Dangote Group had halted the sale of petrol. According to reports, the Dangote oil refinery was reducing crude purchases, signaling ongoing operational issues that could keep global gasoline prices high until 2026, and it was addressed by the group's vice president during the tour, stating that they have problems. We will go on a quick break, and when we return, African economy continues. Stay with us. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is still African Economy, and I am still your host, Wangfonabasi Walter. And now to the rest of the stories. West African midstream and downstream regulators are moving to harmonize fuel prices across the region in a bid to reduce market volatility and strengthen petroleum products trading. The decision emerged as a key outcome of the inaugural West African Refined Fuel Markets Conference, jointly organized by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA) and S&P Global Commodity Insights, which took place recently in Abuja. The conference themed West Africa Refined Fuel Market Pathway to a Regional Reference Market brought together policy makers, traders and energy executives to design a roadmap for a more integrated and transparent fuel market. Discussions focused on creating petroleum and natural gas trading hubs in Nigeria, enhancing pricing and quality standards, as well as improving transparency through digital markets platforms. According to the communique published by the NMDPRA, the meeting resolved to establish a West African Regulators Forum and a technical working group to coordinate implementation of conference resolutions. The forum, to be jointly managed by the NMDPRA and the African Refiners and Distributors Association (ARDA), will ensure that agreed timelines are met while tackling barriers such as infrastructure gaps, currency instability, and inconsistent product specifications. The composite's leading business cycle indicator in South Africa climbed by 1.6% month-on-month in August 2025, following a 0.9% increase in the previous month. The latest figure marks the strongest expansion since April 2024, as 8 of the 10 available components contributed positively, led by increased number of residential buildings plans approved and an acceleration in the 6-month smooth growth rate in job advertisement space. Meanwhile, the main negative contributions came from a deterioration in RMB/BER Business Confidence Index and a narrower interest rate spread. At the same time, the composite's coincidence indicator rose by 0.4% in July, driven by gains in the real value of wholesale, retail and motor trade sales. Meanwhile, the lagging indicator fell by 0.1% in the same month. And that is where we call it a wrap on today's edition of African Economy. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Do well to follow us on all of our social media handles at Spectrum TV. Don't forget, African Economy airs live every Tuesday and Thursday at 2:30 p.m. I am Wangfonabasi Walter. Until next time, keep thinking growth, keep thinking progress, because this is where Africa's economy speaks. I am Wangfonabasi Walter once again. Goodbye, Africa.